Hey guys, welcome back to the video, and in today's replays I've got a content called The Good, Bad and the Ugly. Now this is a series of 3 videos mashed together, and basically this is my opinion and also what I consider the player base's opinions on 3 individual tanks. So the first one we've got here is the Good, and this is based on the Borask, which is a premium tier 8 medium tank. Now the Borask has been out for quite a while, and a lot of people are familiar with the Borask. It was in a season pass quite a while ago, maybe the Valor season pass. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's been out for a good year or two now, and yes, it's a fantastic medium tank. Personally, I think it can play the light tank role quite effectively as well. And we're on the first map here in Malinovka, and you can see that's exactly what I'm doing. I've come up to the usual light tank spot, which is where this light tank is playing. Well, he's kind of just gone YOLOing in, but that's where I would play in a light tank anyway. And we're lighting up the cross, lighting up tanks that are trying to cross the hill, trying to see if I can get some sneaky shots here into the Emil as he's crossing, but he's just a little bit too far down. You can see we're starting to light a few more tanks up. Unfortunately, artillery misses one of the tanks that he's going for, which we'd lit up, but that's all we're going to do is just keep getting information, just keep biding our time, praying that RT or TDs in the back or whatever will hit what we spot. But then we get dug out there by their T92, and yeah, we've had to retreat. We've got to pull back. If you hang around for too long in the same spot when you're lit, chances are you're going to get shot, particularly from tanks that are on the hill. And we can see there that enemy Borask is on the hill, so he's going to be a problem. He's probably going to be lighting us up quite a bit. T92 comes hovering back around, but we managed to lose our spot, so he's not came further. He's not came far enough, should I say, to proxy spot us. Borask pops up, obviously we get lit, but we're going to take some shots into him. Like I say, I know how dangerous the Borask is, so if I can try and damage the enemy Borask as much as possible, then I will. T92 suddenly crosses and gets a couple of shots into us. He then ducks back out. Unfortunately, we're on reload, so we couldn't put any damaging shots into him. We're kind of in a bit of a sticky situation there now, where we got tracked. Fortunately enough, we were able to fix it and get out of there. But yeah, we've kind of had to release that position now. And what I've noticed is the hill has now been taken, so I'm quite cautious as to what we do next. Seeing the Tiger P is just crossing out in the open, so I fancied some shots into him. I was out in the open, so it wasn't ideal really. I did get lit. I took the chance. Luckily I didn't get hit in return, which was surprising, but yeah, that could have been a bit dangerous. We've found a bush now, which I'm just sort of keeping an eye on this light tank. Then I see the 87 poke down. Unfortunately, we've been spotted again. You do need to stay into cover in the Borask, and we've just been trapped there, which is really unfortunate. Luckily, we've been able to fix the trap, but we're still getting lit. This T92 has been an absolute pest and is just making our life a complete misery at the moment. I'm just making a beeline out of there. If I hang around, I'm just going to get absolutely ruined. This T92 is just determined to keep us lit, determined to try and make sure that we get shut down and that he sort of gets all the assists. However, we decided to just pull up there and just aim the shot and get rid of him. So it just makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. You know, that light tank that's out of the game, you know, he's not aping around in the middle, means we're not going to get lit, and we've got more, you know, we've got more control basically. We can pay attention now, and we can start focusing on tanks in their position. At the moment, there's only the Tiger P and I think another tank on the hill that's lit. Light tank's just showing up. So there's, you know, we need to kind of get information now. However, this Emil is decided that he's just gonna come rushing down the hill. We managed to get a shot into him. We're just moving over just to see if it's possible to get another shot into him. It's what you find when the hill gets taken, they really start to make an advance down the 0 line. The Emil did, but he's kind of stopped now. We've put our last shot into him. We're going to go on reload. He's now 1 shot. There's also that TD there that's just been taken out. It's quite an even game at the moment. We're 1 tank down. However, I'm not panicking. I'm just biding our time. The Emil gets taken out. So it's level pegging now, 6 tanks each. And yeah, I'm just biding my time now. Going to play a bit more passive and just sort of try and figure out my next move. Looking at this Earthshaker that's come up on the K line. Yeah, it's come up from the lake. He's getting some punish in now. We take a little blind fire there, but unfortunately doesn't pay off. We go back onto reload and we activate our food, try and get the reload down and just get some more spots. This enemy light tank has now sort of come through and has lit us up. Earthshaker gets taken out, which we get a little bit of assist on. And we're now going to focus our attention on this light tank. We're unfortunate there to miss the first shot. We do get a second shot into him, however, and we're back on reload. So my thoughts are try and take out this Earthshaker and see if we can take out that light tank, because again, that light tank's gonna come in pretty handy for them on the late game here. Earthshaker's managed to get undetected, so we're just going to make a little move around and try and see if we can light him up. However, this Tiger P just gets spotted out in the open. Should have aimed that first shot better, but we do track him into place the second shot. One thing with the Borask is its aim time is quite slow, so yeah, you really do need to focus in on that gun. Its dispersion is troll, I think. It should be bad, but 6.0 made dispersion just a hell of a lot better on most tanks. So, you know, before 6.0, the Borask should have been, you know, have normal dispersion values for this sort of tank, you know, which weren't great because of obviously its stealth and its alpha on its clip. This thing can do about 350 damage per shell. Yeah, that's some good damage that you can get out there. Yeah, and that can really take away majority of hit points on, you know, tier 8s and lower tier tanks, to be fair. Yeah, like you see there, dispersion treats me well on that shot. But yeah, when I seem to come up against Borasks, enemy Borasks facing me, their dispersion values seem to be godlike. Might not miss into dirt or miss, but it's just luck of the draw, isn't it? But anyway, we're on reload. We've seen the light tank YOLOing now. We can see where the TD is. He's up on the top. We're just waiting for the light tank to come in view there, and luckily we get the shot in to finish him off. Put our second shot into the Charioteer, so that's really good there. Managed to get both shots off without taking any damage in return. And the game, it's still close. It's come back into our favour a little bit more now. There's just the enemy TD and the Charioteer that we got our second shot into. That guy's left, and the artillery. So our SU-130 is on the move. I want to make a move and try and light this Charioteer up. He seems to be sort of running away, aiming for me. I'm not actually sure, but we get a shot into him anyway, and our SU-130 takes him out. And then artillery gets spotted up the hill, so we're yes, I mean, this game is pretty much won, right? You know, can't really go wrong, to be fair. One artillery left against three of us. And unless he manages to get some ridiculously lucky shotgun shots onto us, yeah, you can't really see it going their way, to be fair. But we've got a full reload in anyway. We've got 2 in the clip. We're ready to take out the artillery. Our SU-130 obviously he's retreated and gone to cut the artillery off if he makes a move down the 0 line. Yeah, we're coming up here, managed to get the spot, but unfortunately the SU takes him out first. So yeah, come to the victory there. So yeah, we won that game quite, it was fairly even, but yeah, we come up with 5k damage there, 3 kills, only 500 assists with the first class there. And yeah, just the Brask is just a phenomenal tank, if I'm honest. Borderline OP, I think, at tier 8. It's, I mean, like I say, even in tier 10 games, you can really hold your own. You can play a sort of passive light tank role quite easily. And yeah, it does some good damage as well. So here we are on the second replay, and this is the bad tank, the TVP VTU. Now, I put this as the bad tank, but that's just from the general consensus of what people mainly say about this tank. I actually think it's alright. You know, I'm weird. I kind of enjoyed it when I was grinding it, and this was before the buffs as well. It did have some gun buffs on it. Couldn't quite tell you from memory, but yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I bought it back just to try it out. It's also got the flamethrower on it, interestingly enough, which I have used a couple of times, but in all fairness, I just mainly just been using the gun, if I'm honest. So yeah, why people don't like this tank? It's big, it's boxy, it has no camo, it has no armor. And yeah, it's just, yeah, it just doesn't really do itself any credit at all. And yeah, and that can be a bit of a problem, obviously, in this game, where having good camo is kind of nice. It's kind of preferential. Not essential, but like I say, a lot of people prefer to have a bit of armor, a bit of camo, so at least then, they can play a bit defensively if they want to. But yeah, that's their preference. But mine is, I don't know, I just found it enjoyable. I love the mobility on it. I think it's quite quick. You can get about the map quite well. I would suggest playing this as a bit more of a flanker. However, I'm not doing any of that in this video. I've come to the usual spot in proc and I'm playing this mid-ridge. And I'm just doing it with top tier, so I'm just trying to see if I can get spots, get shots in on stuff in the one line. You can see that I take a bit of damage. Let's say this armor just isn't going to bounce anything. Should have been maybe a bit more cautious, but this gun is... It's 0.29 accuracy, which is quite good, but for some reason I find it a bit troll. I do find it does just, yeah, it can just be a bit trolly. So I'm sort of poking up a bit more and longer to try and thread those shots in, just to aim it a bit better. And that's probably where I'm sort of, I've lost a bit of health through doing that. This Guardian STG gets tracked here, so I'm going to take the opportunity to get some shots into him. It's really good as well because I can just keep ducking back into cover. I tracked him in place, so luckily he gets taken out. I get some nice track assists from that. At this point, I'm going to rush into the bowl. I'm going to get rid of his T43. I'm just kind of going for it here. Gone real quite aggressive with this tank, which I wouldn't recommend all the time. Don't do it in tier 10 lobbies, you will die. But with tier 8, I guess I was just sort of thinking, I can be a bit more ballsy. So we've taken the bowl, tried sneaking a shot into that stirrer meal, messed up here, trying to load the HE and be clever, but he just gets taken out because we've lit him up. So we get some nice assists, but that first shot on the APCR just completely whiffs because, you know, again, this gun just acts a little bit troll sometimes. And there we go, that's the end of the video. So we come with 3.8k assist, top of the board, 2.7k damage there. We just only get the first class, but it's a tier 8 game, so I kind of expect that. So yeah, I think TVP is okay, but I can see where people come from. So yeah, it's what it is. So here we are into the third replay here, and this is the ugly tank, which is the 110, which is a Chinese heavy tank on the Tetri line. I was grinding this for the 113, and yeah, I absolutely hated it. It was just horrible. To be fair, still don't actually know the right way to play it. I think hold down is probably the preference, but you only have 5 degrees of gun depression, so it's really awkward. I played some city maps in this tank, side scraping, just didn't really work. Tier 8s were penning it, and yeah, I was at the right angle, but for some reason just still getting penned. Yeah, I just don't rate this tank at all. I think it's trolly. The accuracy is really troll. It's got 0.40 on the accuracy, which isn't that great. It just feels very dirty. And the alpha's nice. It's 390 alpha. And yeah, when you get high roll shots over 400, it is nice. But yeah, you really have to be patient with the aiming of this tank because it's, yeah, like I say, very troll. So we're on Nomahan here. And yeah, I sort of, again, I wasn't really sure where to play. It's, you know, sort of quite an open map. So here's T54 YOLOing here, and I try and I overpeak. I want to get a shot in this guy, regardless of my own safety. And yeah, we get shot, and we don't even get a shot into T54. That's the worst part of it. It was the worst trade ever. But luckily this Earthshaker gets lit up, so does this 257. Got a shot into the Earthshaker. Unfortunately, we just aimed, it just went a bit high there, that shell, and it just hit the pike nose of the 257. So yeah, that just bounced off, which was unfortunate. But yeah, we just came to this spot, and we're just, yeah, I was just trying to figure out like I was trying to figure out my play here. I didn't want to go aggressive and go real far and then get caught into trouble. Because I'm not even broad with this tank. I'm not even sure what its capabilities are abroad in. I imagine probably not that great. Turret arm does seem okay. You can deflect a couple of shots, but yeah, it doesn't fill me with confidence, basically. But anyway, T29 pokes out and managed to get a shot into him, and we're just sort of biding our time here. We take a little blind shot there as he's reversing, just see if we could possibly hit the side of his turret, but he backs off just in time. And yeah, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna advance a little bit here. I'm just gonna see if anything turns up. You can see there's 2 tanks in K0 there, and I'm thinking, well, they might come through the town. So I'm just gonna kind of hover here, I think, and just be patient and just see if anything sort of pokes through this way. I'll come back to this position and see if I can get any shots into anything in the middle. I like tanks sort of progressing quite aggressively out that way, so there's an opportunity that he might light some stuff up at the back there that I could get shots on. Seeing this Earthshaker, and I'm wondering if he's going to back up. There's another Earthshaker over there. He backs up. and get the shot, but unfortunately it goes straight into his turret, and that's just going to bounce all day long. But then we see the rear end of another Earthshaker, and yeah, we got the shot into him and killed him, which is good. So that's our first kill of the game. That was a nice high roll of just over 400 there, which was decent. Like I say, when it does high roll, it's nice to hit hard, but yeah, you got to hit the target. We snapped that one into T29. Actually low rolled there, but yeah, we poke that round and we get the kill shot again for our second kill. See this medium tank that's YOLOing our artillery there, and I was going to possibly chase him, but then I see another tank coming through there where I am, so and then another one now, so this Lurb has just appeared. Tried getting a shot into his bottom plate, but unfortunately we bounce. We've loaded up the heat now, so I want to guarantee a pen basically. I want to get sort of some damage out of this game. Managed to get a shot into him, trying to see if we can sneak another shot in, and we managed to get a shot for 420 there into the side of him, damaging his engine. So like I say, you can get some nice high rolls on this tank. It's it really does feel nice, but you've got to be patient really, and we're just come around, try and finish this Lurver off. Like I say, I was able to take a shot, and I wanted to aim that fully and get that shot in. I didn't just want to sort of take a snapshot and risk bouncing. No, there's only 2 artillery left, so I doubt I'm going to get over there quick enough to get the kill on any of these guys, but I'm going to try anyway. We see us 2-1-2A, and we think, oh, maybe we can get a shot into him. And luckily he pokes around the rock and we get the kill. So yeah, we were quite lucky. Don't give up. So yeah, that worked out quite well. So we come top of the board with 3.2k damage, got 4 kills, 923 assists. Only the first class, but yeah, it was a nice enough game in the 110. And like I say though, it's just a frustrating tank. I really didn't enjoy it, and yeah, best of luck to anybody grinding that tank out. So that's it for the videos, guys. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. You may not agree with me. You may think the 110's awesome. You may think the TVP VTU is awesome, or you may think, oh, actually no, it's rubbish. The Brask, do you like it? Do you not? Do you think it's good? Just comment on the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts. But until then, guys, I will see you next time.